Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very fun and colorful Christmas card for you guys. Yes, you heard me right. We are celebrating Christmas in July, a concept which I came to know about just after I started my card making journey. So here I am with a Christmas card in the month of July using dies from the Skating into the Holidays Small Die of the Month by Spellbinders. Now, Spellbinders has different kind of clubs from die cutting, hot foiling, stamping, embossing, better press, wax seals, stencils, and you can choose from among all these clubs. Here I am showcasing the small die of the month called Skating into the Holidays. Now, this is a value pack. I have 18 cutting dies in this, and this could be used for your winter projects. We have little skates, we have the poinsettias, leaves, flowers, and so much more. On the packaging, you will see what all products or what all dyes are included here. We have the skate shoes, poinsettia, the core, big berry sprigs, the small berry sprigs. We have two kinds of leaves, ribbons, shoelace knots, and flowers. Also, behind the packaging, you will see how to die cut and assemble these pieces together, and also a floral arrangement which you could use for your card front. There are two ways I like to do when it comes to die cutting. Either cut all of the pieces using white cardstock and color into them using ink blending or maybe alcohol markers, or use colorful cardstocks and pattern papers to create each of these tiny little pieces and assemble them together. For my focal points today, all of these die cut pieces come from Your Paper Insider. This is a beautiful paper company which has hand selected papers for you. Here for my skating shoes, I have this very sparkly white color card paper that I've used, and for my lace, I have again a shiny pink cardstock. And this matte silver goes on the base of my skating shoe. I have two separate videos, one where I unbox the Your Paper Insider subscription kit, and the other where I use the papers to create a beautiful card front. I will leave a link to both those videos in the description box below. Well, now let's start assembling these pieces. To stick all these pieces together, I'm using my Barely Arts glue. I like to hold these tiny little pieces using my reverse tweezers. Also, I like to use liquid adhesive on these tiny pieces because that gives me a lot of wiggle room just to adjust the final placement of these pieces. These die cut pieces have markings on them so you know exactly where to glue them on. Now here's a closer look at my skating shoes. I love the sparkle that the white color cardstock and that shine on the pink lace. Also, how perfectly all these pieces sit together. Now off camera, I went ahead and assembled another pair of these skating shoes. And if you see here, we also have leaves and flowers and poinsettias. Off camera, I did go and die cut those and added some minimal shading to all of these pieces. I also arranged the poinsettias and the little core on them. Now here is a plain white cardstock panel cut to 5.5 by 4 1/4, which is a standard A2 size card. But I like to show some kind of border around my card front. So here I'm using the A2 size nested panel die again by Spellbinders, and this panel is slightly smaller than the A2 size card base. I wanted to add some color to this white panel. So here I have Make an Art Station by Ranger, and I will be using my Positively Saturated ink in the shade Ocean and Surf to ink blend almost 3/4 of this card panel. Now I'm not worried about being very specific or like not getting a very smooth finish on this because most of this will be covered by our focal point. Now, since we are creating a holiday card, I thought it would be perfect to add a lot of sparkle to this card front. So here I have my shimmer spray. It's more of a silvery spray onto my card front. Now, it doesn't catch much on camera, but in real life, this looks absolutely stunning. Before I adhere all of these die cut images to create a beautiful focal point, I thought I should go ahead and stamp my sentiment. For that, I will be using the Trinity Stamps A Sentiment for Almost Everything stamp. Now, as the name suggests, this stamp has a sentiment for almost every occasion. We have happy birthday, anniversaries, praying for you, thank yous, happy Easter, and well, what we need was Merry Christmas, and that also is included in this. I love the font on this sentiment, which is why I chose to use this one. Now, here I stamped it using a black ink. I thought I would keep it very simple, but you'll see in the end of the video that I changed this and stamped a sentiment strip using the same stamp set. I stamped the sentiment in gold embossing powder on a black strip of paper. Now I went ahead and adhered all of these die cut pieces, some with glue, while others I popped using some tiny little foam squares. Now, when I use foam squares to pop up any of these die cut images, I like to use it on the center and not add any foam squares towards the edges. This makes it easier to tuck in any of the smaller pieces under the big floral image. I love how beautiful this focal point turned out. Well, I could keep the Merry Christmas as is, and well, this does look a lot beautiful, but I decided to add some dimension to this sentiment. I decided to pop it up. So I stamped the sentiment onto a black piece of scrap paper using some gold embossing powder by Simon's Stamp. And I love how this turned out. Do mention in the comment section below what you prefer. Do you prefer the black stamp sentiment or this sentiment strip with the gold embossing? Well, here's a closer look at the finished card. I love how this turned out. It is sparkly, it has a lot of color, and here we are celebrating Christmas in July. Don't forget to check out the Spellbinders monthly membership clubs, which are designed for die cutting, card making, hot foiling, scrapbooking, and lots more. We have dies, stamps, hot foil kits, card kits, which could be used to create projects, cards, and lots more. I will leave a link to that in the description box below. Also, check out the Your Paper Insider subscription box. Again, the link for which will be there in the description box below. Thank you again for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video and got inspired. I will see you again in my next video very soon. Thank you again. Until next time, stay safe.